Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 6th to the 12th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We are going to jump right in. Blue asterisk, always the best aspects of the week. And as always, not everything is on the whiteboard, but we're going to go over it. And you're a fire sign, Leo. I think you're going to be able to handle this week, but I do hope you like intensity, okay? Not only are you coming, there's definitely heat in the kitchen this week. Not only are you coming out of a bonkers eclipse season and you're still in that rare grand trine, that's still happening, the prison portal, right? It's officially a wrecking ball to your old systems and structures, the old you, creating this brand new era for you. You're feeling it. It's part of your awakening, right? With Uranus and Gemini actively part of that. Very active this week too, by the way. And listen, I drop your forecast a few days before the actual week, so you might be approaching Mercury opposite Chiron in Aries, which I didn't talk about in your monthly forecast. I told you it's a loaded month, okay? That was last week. So yeah, I'll bring that up, but also Venus conjunct the South Node. That's happening on October 4th, okay? So, and that I talked about for sure. Look at your monthly forecast. Just know that there's something there possibly having to do with money, finances, maybe budgeting. You know, there may be something there for y'all, okay? But the biggest thing, and it's the South Node, so it's like we're leaving, and even people from the past, by the way, yeah? Even past life, it's the South Node, okay? The karmic node of fate, so something fated. Now, the biggest thing of all, Mars in Scorpio. Mars is at home in Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. It's been 2 years since Mars has been in Scorpio. He's having a field day. He's having a lot of fun. And this is penetrating. Mars in Scorpio. Think about November 2023. Anything come up that had to do with home and family? Because that's what it rules for you, okay? Your domestic sector, okay? But it's passion. Home is where the heart is. And what Mars in Scorpio is doing, Leo, adding fuel to your passions, to your actions, your determination, your drive. Libido, it's Mars and Scorpio, okay? But most importantly, part of your transformation, remember, it's a transformational month. You're meant to transform this month. And when I say he's adding fuel, we're talking about the expensive kind at the gas station, at the Shell or whatever it's called. Anyway, spicy week, because look at what's happening. Mercury is moving into Scorpio on Monday, October 6th, right off the bat, okay? So now you've got Mars, the planet of determination, your focus, your willpower, merging with the mind, ideas, communication, the words that you're speaking, okay? Conversations that you are having. And again, the majority of y'all are going to feel this in home and family. It's your domestic sector, okay? So it's also Scorpio energy. So themes that you're going to expect this week and all month, because they're together all month, yeah? Investments, money, intimacy, partnerships, wealth, love, health of relationships too, by the way, even creativity. But Mars and Mercury together in Scorpio, passion. Don't forget that, okay? It's like a 5-year-old Asian girl playing Mozart on a piano. It's passion. It's a 70-year-old climbing Mount Everest. Passion, okay? A mixologist still making craft cocktails, calling it the lamp holder, whatever. He's passionate, very passionate, okay? So use this. You're Leos. Y'all got a lot of passion. You were born with passion. And this week, you got nothing to lose. That's what I'm saying. You got everything to gain. So go deep. But don't go too deep, okay? Remember what I said last week. Mercury and Mars together can be extra penetrating. Just wait until they conjunct next week. But it's probing. It's truth serum, okay? It's rolling in the deep. Yeah, I did quote Adele. It's rabbit holes. It's like there's no, like you can go deep, 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 deep. So that's what I'm saying. And it's in your fourth house at home and family. What does that even mean? It's an episode of Desperate Housewives. Yeah. Secrets coming to the surface. It's ancestry and roots. So that's something that's really great. Like discovering your roots. Really, really going deep. All right. For that. But just remember, Mercury Mars together in Scorpio is very, I gotta know. I need to know the truth. I'm not going to let this go. That type of energy, because Venus is also in Virgo all week. Analytical, nitpicky. Venus is the finer things in life. Virgo is the fine details. Yeah. And her lover Mars is getting all Hardy Boys here. Yep. Ace Ventura, whatever it is, just really, really, really going deep. All right. So when you got Mercury here, the mind can be very psychological. This can also be mind games. Internet sleuth. Yeah, that kind of energy. So, yeah, you're definitely going to be seeking truth this week, but seek your highest truth, okay? Use the highest expression here. And what does that even mean? This week, dissect what's not working in your life. What is working? Especially when it comes to investments and intimacy and partnerships and wealth building and home and family. You got things happening with realtors, landlords, all that stuff's going to come up. All that stuff's going to come up, okay? If you're buying a home, things like that, you're going to be like, okay, let's do the inspection, but I'm bringing a whole forensics team. That's what you're going to... So just be mindful, okay? It's part of your transformation. Scorpio is, rules death and rebirth, right? Passion. Phoenix rising from the ashes, passion. Remember, Scorpio is deep, it's intense, and passion is the cousin of intensity. All right? The etymological root of passion is, what are you willing to endure for what you desire? Okay? I talked about emotions last week. This is a very emotional week. Oh, not even on the whiteboard. I'm gonna drop some things for y'all. I'm gonna drop some Easter eggs too. I do it all the time. But I talked about emotion last week, right? Emotere, energy and motion. That's what emotions are. This week, you need to feel. Yeah. And remember, you're going to feel a little bit of intensity. Yeah. Intendere, to stretch toward, used to express strong feeling, a great degree of energy. Okay. So focus on your personal goals, personal gains, reading the fine print for things, being strategic, proactive, ascending on your karmic journey. Okay. And what does that require? Leo, shadow work. Yeah, it's Scorpio energy. All right. So what is toxic? What's holding you back? And remember, it's all about the truth here. So being honest with yourself. All right. And others in any situation where there's uncertainty, where you need clarity, because again, this is not just this week, it's all month. All right. So this is where you're just you get your feet in the water. Okay. And truths will come to the surface. This is just what this energy is. You're going to hear things that you're like, oh, that's new to me. Anyway, the truth always sets you free. Now, right around midnight Eastern Standard Time, we got a full moon in Aries, 14 degrees. It's a super moon. It's orbiting close to Earth. I talk about energy all the time. You're going to really feel this. Go outside, look at the moon, okay? Feel the energy of this full moon. It's going to be really big for you. And as a gentle reminder, Leo, the moon is just a rock, right? Reflecting the light of the sun. So something is going to be illuminated for you. And this is in your ninth house. So this is actually really great because, yeah, sure, a lot of home and family energy still that you're going to be having, the foundations of your life, parents, children, all of that, okay? Your domestic sector, but this is your ninth house. Ninth house is very spiritual. It's all about inner wisdom. There's something here that's going to shift your perspective in a really big way. Ninth house is also your philosophies, it's education, it's publishing, broadcasting. Yep. You starting a podcast? You might want to. You're going to see something. You're like, I gotta contribute to the collective. I'm going to start this podcast called Joey's Jam Shop. Whatever you want. You do you, okay? But I want you to think about and travel. Some of y'all are going to be traveling or coming back from a trip, or this full moon, you're going to be like, I need a trip. All right? Now, the other thing is that I want you to think about what happened around the end of March when we had the new moon partial solar eclipse in Aries, March 29th. That was part of that once a lifetime planetary alignment. You remember that. Here's the culmination point. All right. The corresponding full moon to that. So for the past 6 months, you've been going through some spiritual beliefs. You've been going through like inner beliefs, inner wisdom, self-belief, all of that. Okay. Home and family, again, a really big thing here. But Aries is the go-getter of the zodiac, the entrepreneur, the initiator, the I am. So for this full moon, because it's so spiritual for you, and this is, to be honest, you're going to have a big spiritual awakening, okay? While you have it, ask yourself, who am I? Who is my authentic self? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? You're going to have these big questions, all right? What's the meaning of life? What's my life purpose? That's ninth house activity, yeah? And don't forget, you got Mars and Mercury in the background. Truth coming to the surface, being real with yourself. This is a full moon all about courage. It's an Aries. It's a full moon that is emotionally energetic. You're going to feel assertive. You're a Leo, fellow fire sign, all right? And you're definitely going to be making commitments or ending them, all right? FYI. And I say that because, hey, look at the cluster of aspects in the beginning of the week. We also have a Yod. It's another planetary configuration. Too much to talk about here. Just know that, remember, I just talked about Uranus. Pluto is going to be a big deal here. You got a lot of people involved. That's you, Leo. Yeah. There's going to be partnerships, relationships, there's going to be things that you want. There may be some contracts floating around, but you really are going to be thinking about your future. There may be some friendships here too, okay? You may hear from some that you haven't heard from in a while. You might make new friends. You might join a group, okay? Facebook group, whatever it is, Discord, doesn't matter. But here's the thing. Mercury square Pluto. You see that happening? You're starting to feel it, all right? Now, the other thing is, and remember, when you're outside, you always want to spend time in nature. Yeah, that's healing. Do some earthing. Speak to the moon. I say that all the time. Speaking words into the ether is energy. What are you grateful for? What do you want to end as you evolve on your karmic journey? And yes, I did say in your monthly forecast, this is about the time. 3-eye atlas, the not comet. Got to be very close to Mars during a Mars-ruled full moon. I'll leave that video at the end of this video where I talk about it in my current energies and predictions video. And of course, Great Awakener, where I go a lot more into detail. Yep. It's not a comet. Anyway, cross watchers, if you watch for Rising Your Moon or for your sister, Gina, right? Or for your husband, Rudy, it doesn't matter. All the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn are, this one's for you. This full moon, it's strong. It's strong, okay? If you know your natal chart, your birth chart, you got planets 12 to 16 degrees in any of those signs. And remember, it doesn't matter because we look at the angular aspects. You will feel it, all right? So, another reason why this is such a strong full moon is because of all the background noise, right? Do you know, Leo? Sure, we have a full moon in Aries, but the moon will continue on. And it's got to get through, Pisces to get to Aries, to get to the full moon opposite the sun in Libra, by the way. So there may be some words exchanged here too, by the way, with y'all, with partnerships. Can be work, can be love. Or one-on-one, it doesn't matter. Just, here's the thing. Neptune, Ceres, Eris, Mars' sister, Chiron, they're all in Aries. So the moon is going to conjunct all of them. Monday, Tuesday. Yep. We have a triple conjunction with the moon, Chiron, and Eris. And Jupiter will be squaring Chiron. We'll talk about it in the second spread. This is going to be an emotional week, all right? Because Tuesday, October 7th, Mercury in Scorpio squaring Pluto in Aquarius at 1 degree. Yep. When I say truth's coming to the surface, it can start right away with that full moon, even the weekend before. all week long. That's how strong this is, okay? And when I say truths, money, sex, power, investments, all of that, the biggest thing here for you, you throw in partnerships, relationships, and contracts. And again, it can be one-on-one. It can be your relationship with your agent, your best friend, your wedding planner. It doesn't matter. Wherever that energy is, yeah, that's what's happening here. The majority, y'all, it's going to be significant other. All right. Remember, Mercury and Scorpio, your fourth house, home and family. Yeah. So there may be something here. Pluto is ruler of the underworld. Scorpio's modern ruler. And Mercury and Scorpio adds that mental intensity. Okay. So what does this mean? Disclosure, exposure, manipulation, pent up energy. Yeah. Something's got to come out. The truth. Yeah. That's what this is. It's a square. It's strong. And it's fixed energy. Neither planet is budging. And you know that you're a fixed sign. So this is going to have an impact on you just as much as Aquarius and Scorpio. Now, speaking of Scorpio, remember Scorpio, it's a scorpion. It has a stinger. Yeah. And when you got Mars and Mercury together in Scorpio, that also brings resentment, obsession, jealousy, payback, sharp tongues. So stay frosty, be cool, be responsive, not reactive. This can be radioactive. Last week I said words, right? The words you speak, the thoughts in your head. That's Mercury. That's energy, okay? But Mercury's also movement. So just be mindful here. Yeah, be very mindful. Pluto and Aquarius in your seventh. There may be something here again with contracts and agreeing to things. I mean, we are in Libra season, so that doubles down for you in terms of partnerships and contracts and love and marriage and whatnot. Okay, remember I said Mars and Scorpio. You throw Mercury in here, it can hold grudges. Yeah, so if you're standing in front of your partner's Honda Civic, drop the baseball bat. Drop the, you investigated, didn't you? You investigated. You found out your partner went and saw Wolf of Wall Street back in 2013, the 9 p.m. show, the night when he said he was going to wash the dishes. Drop the bat. Drop the bat. Okay. He was with your son. Anyway, I'm joking. Listen, it is definitely going to be. You're going to see that there's going to be some things people are going to want to say. The truth wants to come out of everyone. Everyone is affected, just in different areas of their life. Now, you can use this. Yeah? Highest expression here. Gut instincts, intuition, empowerment. Those are all the things. So if there is something there where you feel, there's your spidey senses going off, be very diplomatic about it. Remember, this is emotional. It's a very emotional week. It's Scorpio. It's water. It's a water sign. Okay. Just remember, water flows. Who's going to feel this the most? Well, it'll be the fixed signs towards you, Scorpio, Aquarius. I am throwing in Virgo and Gemini. And if you have planets 0 to 3 degrees in any of those signs, like I do, you will feel it the most. Now, Wednesday on the 8th, you got the two benefic planets. Venus, sextiling an exalted Jupiter, by the way, 23 degrees. So this, you'll feel days before, days after. This is part of that storyline of a seed being planted for you. August 12th, yeah? And remember, that's playing out for a whole year. So a lot of energy around home, family, spirituality, even for you. Your intuition's going to be off the charts with Jupiter exalted in Cancer. That rules your 12th house of intuition, but also the subconscious. So a lot of y'all really will be doing that shadow work, really will be going deep and just hit the road, Jack. Yeah, Jupiter natively rules your 8th, which is Scorpio's home. So again, there may be some money matters here, relationships, big focus, okay? Investments, inheritance, royalties, commissions, joint bank accounts, loans, taxes, things like that, okay? But this is optimistic. This is blessings. It's good fortune and luck. It's a gift from the universe. It's seeing the greater good as well. Good experiences that you're going to have that make you feel wiser, okay? Especially in home, family, relationships. All right? I hope you like money too, because you got Venus in Virgo. Venus, a planet of money, in the sign of finances and money and salary. Sextile Jupiter, planet of profit and expansion. So there you go. There you go. Let's be friends. Leo, let's be friends. And remember, it's a sextile, so it's a window of opportunity, but you gotta take the action. And here's the other thing, by the way. This is kind of bonkers. Next month in November, they're going to get together again, but they're going to get together in a trine right around Thanksgiving. All right? With another auspicious aspect. That's part of it. We'll talk about in the second spread. Who's going to feel this the most? It'll be Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces. You got any planets 21 to 25 degrees in Virgo or Cancer, you're going to feel it the most, okay? But everyone is going to feel this. Now, not on the whiteboard, by the way. While this is happening, which is really, really, really great, the moon will be in Taurus, okay? So the moon happens to be exalted in Taurus. It does really well in Taurus, okay? A lot of attention and focus on stability, emotional stability, financial stability, all that, right? Taurus is a finance sign. Taurus rules your 10th house of career and fame. So there may be a shift here because the moon is going to square Pluto and be opposite Mercury. You're still under the spell of Mercury square Pluto, but this is the day that Chiron and Aries, they're going to perfect. So what does that even mean? They've been conjuncting for some time. Yep. This is the day. It's exact. So you got Chiron, the wounded healer, with Aries. You remember your Greek mythology? She threw the golden apple at the wedding to stir things up. That's Aries, Mars' sister, the goddess warrior, right on top of Chiron. This is 50 years in the making. Yeah, hasn't happened in 50 years. It's rare. We'll talk about the second spread. Emotional intensity, Pluto digging up truths. A lot of partnership stuff here. A lot of partnership stuff. Now, but on Thursday, October 9th, talk about the second spread, the moon will then sextile Jupiter in Cancer. The moon's exalted in Taurus. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. The moon will also trine Venus. That's Taurus's ruler. The moon in Taurus will also sextile Saturn. Amazing. Second spread. Now, Saturday on the 11th, you got Venus and Virgo opposite Saturn and Pisces, 27 degrees. I talked about this in length last week in your monthly forecast. Just keep it in mind, okay? This is going to have a huge impact on you. Huge. Major. And I say that because, remember, Saturn in Pisces, where the North Node is, so you're having a lot of life lessons around here. Your transformation, that's your 8th house. Also, money and relationships and sex. Okay? So, there's going to be, not a good time to start a relationship this day. All right. When you have an opposition, you might be tested in a relationship. And again, that can be even like business partner if you're not here for love, right? Money, definitely for you, because it hits your 2 money houses, right? Venus and Virgo, and your second of like earned income and salary. And if you're not here for money, it's just like whatever you desire. There may be something here with health or work, okay? Or an investor. With it being your 8th house, like a financial planner, things like that. Yep. So keep that in mind. Saturn is the authority, so it could also be like a boss. You got a lot of family stuff. It could be a father. It could be a father figure where there's a little bit of not seeing eye to eye. Saturn is bringing those reality checks, those life lessons. This is a little micromanagey kind of energy too. The good news is the moon will be in Gemini, so that's great. That's your 11th house. So that's just, you could have friends swoop in and, cheer you up or, go out for ice cream, whatever it is. Yeah. It's very social. It's very creative. This is really nice. Again, it can be a group that you belong to, online group, whatever it is. But Now you got so much mutable energy this day. So you're going to feel you can adapt, be flexible around anything where, should anything come up, there may be a little bit of a squeeze. Now, I want you to think about April now. All right. You could go to your April forecast as well. Remember April when we had Venus conjunct Saturn twice, April 7th, April 24th. And that was interesting because Venus conjunct Saturn only happens once a year. But remember, Venus was retrograde. You remember that? Yeah. What happened in April? There may be some things that come up, okay, regarding relationships, maybe even new relationships, as well as money, investments, intimacy, all of that, your transformation. Anyway, who's going to feel Venus opposite Saturn the most? Well, it'll be the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. If you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in your natal chart, like I do, you're going to feel it the most. I'll let you know how it goes. Now, thank you thank you everybody for joining greatawakener.com. It has been a blast, y'all. All the information's in the description box. Let's get started. Leo, see what's going on for you for October 6th to the 12th. And thank you so much, Leos, for let me do this first, Leo. Leo, thank you so much for all your kind words and support. And because I've been getting a lot of comments and people are like, what? I know that not every, I can't assume everyone reads my community posts or watches the live streams I do here, but I have been going through 2 medical issues the past few months. So it has, and so is Ruby. So it has been, but that's why I'm saying thank you, because a lot of y'all just keep sending messages of support, and it's been very helpful. So I really do appreciate it. Ruby did get her blood work back. Everything's great there. So anyway, thank you so much. And let's get started. Leo, wow. I didn't even say my line. I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Best overview. It offers the best overview for the week. Wow, I can't even. And if we need to pull clarifiers, yeah, we will. But I don't think you're making this very easy for me. You're good. You're Leo. I told you, you're gonna handle the heat in the kitchen. 3 of Pentacles. There you go. Right off the bat. You're starting something. It feels really good. Joining a team. Okay. And it can be work. It's Pentacles. Yeah. Partnering up with someone. Remember, you have a lot of energy in like money, investments, inheritance, things like that. So there may be something here that feels really good where you're working with others to get something off the ground. Maybe you already have, and it's like now we're really getting started. I love it. You see the Pentacles are actually in the structure of the building too. So there's that stability. There's that, support here. Really, really great. This card really is like all about teamwork, and it's Pentacles, so it's your physical reality. So can be career, can be work. Looks great, okay? But it didn't have to be. Remember, you got a lot of family energy. It's something you could be starting with family, but at the core of this card, it really is bonding, yeah? To build something. And then, wow, look where that takes you. The King of Cups and the Heart of your spread. King of Cups is Scorpio, by the way. And you see that his throne is on top of this turbulent water. Doesn't matter. He's the King of Cups. Nothing will throw him off his throne. This is speaking of stability. That's how stable he is. Emotionally stable. It's Cups, love, relationships, all of that, right? Self-love as well, compassion, empathy. He's got all that. You saw your monthly forecast, right? This is okay. So because I throw in the astrology, everything is sequential. So everything from last week matters. Everything the next week matters. It's all connected, right? Wow. So when you get the Same card, same cards. You know it's a big thing. Okay? Really great. And so it just feels like there is something very emotionally moving for you. And you could feel like you're the rock. Maybe that's something that you feel, even with Venus opposite Saturn, requiring you to take on more responsibilities. You could feel that, but it feels good. Here's the one thing though. You do have the King of Wands in your challenge area. You got these two kings. Remember, you got a lot of kings in your last week, but that's you. King of Wands is Leo. So two things here. King of Wands in your challenge area can be really okay, like inflated ego. This is someone who is like burn it to the ground like that because he's got passion, but remember, emotions are it's energy, right? So wherever you're directing that energy, he's in your challenge area. So just be very mindful of that. It just feels like there's got to be this balance of your passions, which is what this week is about, and your emotions, because there is some intensity here. And it just feels like there's a level of you being the leader with the two kings here. Secondly, there's your not seeing eye to eye with someone. Yeah, it can be a boss. It could be your baseball coach. Anyway, some leader, some authority. All right, who might feel spirited this week. Be cool, be calm. Don't let anyone knock you off your, throne. The Hermit in your crown. Makes sense. You got Jupiter and Cancer in your 12th. You got a full moon in your 9th. Do it. I said this is a week about going deep. This is soul searching. The Hermit, that's soul searching. All about your self-worth, self-value. Really doing that introspection. Okay, think about your future. Remember, I said that's gonna be a big thing for y'all. So Uranus trine Pluto, that's still happening all week. Remember, Pluto is out of bounds. Uranus is right at that 0 degree point. It's a thing. That's your breakthrough. Okay, in order to have your breakthrough, you got to go deep. And a lot of y'all are gonna, even with Chiron being very activated, yeah, it could be you that you're in this mentorship role. You're the mentor. You're the one that's helping people. You're the rock for other people. Okay? Work, family, doesn't matter. Queen of Pentacles, you're good. You're really good. You see the world that you want to build. Yeah? You see what's next. You see what's ahead, right? It's because you've gone deep. And you want to provide. You want to provide for others. There's a sense of like wealth, even spiritual wealth, even material wealth. Like there's things. Even you got Venus Virgo in your second house, your physicality. I mean, that's nice. Okay, that would be like material possessions and whatnot. But it feels really good. It feels really good. It just feels like you have the sense of whatever you're doing, it's bringing comfort and stability in a place where there's growth that's infinitely possible, and B, taking care of others too. You're thinking of others as part of this world that your future. And I did say a lot of other people are going to be involved in this week with you. And then lastly, in your future, you got the Magician. So you are good. You are starting a brand new journey. You clearly see this here. You know the Magician, as above, so below. Hand to the sky, hand to the ground. You got this. You got this. It's card one. I mean, like there's something brand new happening. You've got this emotional stability. You're in touch with your intuition, inner wisdom, all of that. Yeah. Uranus is the sky god, by the way. Pluto, ruler of the underworld. Remember, they're trine each other. A harmonious aspect, all about breakthroughs, but also you've got a lot of creation here as well. This is really great. And then you see he's got all tools of tarot right here. The pentacles, cups, wands, and swords. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. It's like a buffet of energy. Let's get to your stuff. Leo, y'all crack me up. Yeah, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. Leo, big week. And yeah, there may be a lot more partnership stuff next week too, by the way. All right, let's see what's going on here. I can't, what is going on? You're gonna mic drop. Wow. I don't even know what to say. You see, you got, this is how significant your week is going to be. You take the Three of Pentacles away. You got all court cards, all major arcana. What is going on? The moon. Remember I said that, you know, Jupiter and Cancer are very active. You're 12th. You got this full moon in Aries, but also the moon conjuncting, like, you got Ceres. You've got Eris, you've got Chiron, Eris conjuncting Chiron the first time in 50 years, the perfection, all in your ninth house of your belief system, how you see things, spirituality, your philosophies, inner wisdom. Look at that. You got the Hermit, High Priestess, and the Moon, and Temperance. I mean, the Moon, yeah, just don't overthink things. It feels like there can be something here that could be a little bit overly emotional about something, but remember that's going to be tempered with the King of Cups and even what's in your final outcome. So if there's anything that's happening with this super moon, right, this week in Aries, that's going to be revelatory, but also, again, in a sense, like inspiring, yeah, for you to, I want this. Yep. And it's card 18. 1 + 8 = 9. Yep. The Hermit. Whose face is in the moon, right? So do that introspection. That's where, again, you've got that inner wisdom all inside you. And then with Jupiter in Cancer in your 12th, the 12th house, remember, the subconscious. All right? You got the High Priestess in your external factors area. She's a guardian of the subconscious. And she's also saying, hey, you got the answers inside you. You gotta go within. There's even some mystery with the High Priestess, even with the moon. Yeah. But it is saying that there may be some emotions this week. There's also, like I said, going deep. For you, Leo, out of all the signs, it would be going deep. Even psychologically, it would be going deep up here, subconsciously. Patterns. Remember, old structures, old patterns, recognizing the ones that no longer serve you well. She's saying, I got you. I'm protecting you. You're going to be good. You got the Magician and you got the Page of Pentacles too. Look at you. Yeah, whatever you want, you're getting. It seems like this is the best. You're going to be manifesting things that you want. You're going to be getting what you want. Building ground up something here with that Three of Pentacles too. You want something. Okay? And remember, investments is a big thing for you. It could even be just now now I'm going to buy a house. I want assets, or you know what I mean? Like there's something that you want. And again, it can be a job. It can be even starting a side hustle, whatever it is. You've got focus. And Pentacles, again, your physical realm, your material world. So it could even be a relationship, investing in a relationship. Lastly, the Temperance card. Amazing. Okay. There is something to be said about relationships with Temperance for you, because Temperance is attributed to Sagittarius. Remember, Juno, Jupiter's wife, moved into Sagittarius on October 1st. And so Juno is a big protector. She's all about equality, justice in terms of partnerships, relationships, marriage, fidelity, infidelity, betrayal. Like she brings the truth. Yep. And this is all about being patient. This is all about moderation. This is saying you're on this journey and you're cool as a cat. You got an archangel and your final outcome telling you, hey, Leo, I got you. You don't have to stress about this. You don't have to worry about this. You got a finish line. You got your legacy. I'm going to make sure you get there. Okay. So focus on you and be aware in the moment and enjoy the moment. Okay. That's that's gonna be the theme for you this week. If there's anything, and again, you really are set up. It's like you're merging what's possible with what's real, and all of it really it just takes you taking 10 minutes standing in the grass, having moments by yourself to just have everything click and come up, and you're like, done and done. You're good. Leo, next week, yeah, and next week is when we got the first, remember, the gateway, the first grand trine, the grand air trine with Venus moving into Libra in your third house. So it does seem like there is something here that's formulating or forming like an LLC, or even just agreements, contracts, maybe even verbal agreements, but something, and even travel. But anyway, Leo, y'all are amazing. And yeah, second spread, we are going to talk about everything, the triple conjunction, even the, Chiron conjuncting Aries. That's a big deal. All that Moon and Taurus energy, that's going to bring some emotional intensity, especially with truth and security. But anyway, especially in career for y'all. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. We have so much fun. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Leo, y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.